Hello, I'm Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic.com, joined today by Baron Corbin. Baron, how are you doing?
Life is good, man. Hanging out on the PC here today.
That's what I like to hear. You've just been playing the game there. You've been
bit.
playing Bam Bam Bigelow versus Big Boss Man.
Yes, two of my favorites, so I couldn't resist.
What are your thoughts on the game so far?
I think it's awesome. I mean, the gameplay is awesome. The career mode's going to be sweet. Getting to do all the different game modes. I'm doing a backstage brawl right now, which is pretty cool. So I think they did something special, and I think they really evolved it. You know, you go 2K17 to 18. There's good differences, but I think this one takes it to a whole nother level.
Have you had a chance to play yourself yet?
Yeah, I saw my entrance earlier, and I didn't want to get caught playing as myself over here on camera. You know, people are like, oh, he's weird, but I definitely will when I get home.
So we're in the Performance Center at the moment. Does this bring back good memories for you?
It does. I mean, it's a great place for a superstar to find themselves and figure out who they want to be. And you know, Triple H has built this off of NFL, layouts and what NFL facilities have, and I think he exceeded that. I think this place is, from top to bottom, is perfect, and it gives everybody the tools and every opportunity to succeed in the WWE, and the coaching staff is unbelievable here. So there's so many just great things when you walk into this building that you see and feel.
You look around now at some of the guys, especially training in the gym just over there. There's a lot of ex-indie guys, and that's not you. You joined with no experience, in fact?
Zero. I am homegrown WWE from day one.
Were you treated differently, or did you feel like you were treated differently because of that?
Yeah, you definitely come in with I guess a target on your back. I came from the NFL, so people didn't like that, or they try to just make assumptions. And I think when you assume, you look stupid. But people assume that he doesn't know about wrestling. They're just bringing him here because he's an NFL guy or he's a big guy. And I think that people get that misconception when you walk in, especially guys who have been doing it for 10 or 15 years all over the world. They have a bit of jealousy or whatever it may be. And you just got to prove them wrong. You just got to prove why you're here and who you want to become. And I think that prevails over everything because I've made it and I'm finding myself to be very successful in WWE.
Do you think that's still something that still exists now? If WWE were to sign an ex-footballer or something like that, do you think they would still be perhaps treated differently?
Well, I think everybody takes pride in why they're here and what they do. So if someone new comes in, I think it's in our DNA. We see it as a threat. Anything from a new guy, for us being on the main roster, when an NXT guy comes up, you look at him and go, okay, well, what are you doing? What are you bringing to the table? And I think it's just that competitive nature that we have, and I think that's what makes us successful, is that competitive nature. Guys want to be the best, and guys want to come in and prove themselves. And you have a place like this where people are coming from all walks of life, and you don't have to like everybody because it doesn't matter. And I think it makes everybody better with that, though. They push because they want to outshine the other guy. They want to be better than that guy. But at the end of the day, you have to work together to be successful. So it's a really cool, unique, competitive mindset.
You talk about competition, and certainly on first impression, the one thing that we've noticed by being here is that everybody seems to have everybody else's back.
Yeah.
It seems to be that everybody's rooting for the guy that's putting on a match in the ring right now, the guy that's training. They're all helping each other out. Is that different here to how it is on the main roster?
No, I think everybody wants everybody to be successful. There is that competitive nature in the sense of everybody wants to be the best. But if AJ Styles is more successful and Braun Strowman is more successful, then that makes the whole company more successful. That makes a guy like me more successful because I step in the ring with those guys. If AJ Styles is he is the phenomenon, he's the SmackDown Live Champion. If I step in the ring with a guy like AJ Styles, which I have, I took the United States Championship off of him, they immediately associate you with that level. So I think that when people succeed, it brings everybody up, and I think that's imperative to what we do.
So you've recently transitioned from, obviously you're still wrestling, but you're now an authority figure
Yes.
in Raw. You're Constable Corbin. How have you found that transition?
It's awesome. And then, I went from Constable Corbin, now I'm acting general manager of Monday Night Raw. So now I have power. I have the ability to make matches. I can kind of do whatever I want with no repercussions. So you give a guy like me who has a little bit of an ego and a little bit of anger issue, now you give him power. What's not awesome about that?
Fantastic. Did you look up to anyone growing up? Were there any sort of general managers or authority figures generally that you...
Yeah, Vince. You look at what Vince has done. I think he is at the top of the mountain, and there's a reason he's there. And he's been out in front of the people in a sense of authority, and he has the power. And I think a guy like that, you can only try and do everything you can to attain to that level, and that's what I'm trying to do.
You're a man who, in the nicest possible way is hated by many, many different types of wrestling fans, which is cool.
Yeah.
What's the secret to being a big hated bastard?
You know what? I haven't figured it out. So sometimes I just go, man, is it me? Am I just really not that likable? But the cool thing is when you go out there and you see a lady get mad or a guy get mad or they hate you because you didn't come from the independents or whatever. What I like to do is just pour kerosene on that fire. There was an old man the other night in Alabama, and we were doing a show, Mississippi, and he was giving me the finger and yelling at me. He was probably 85, and I'm not kidding on 85. So, of course, what do I have to do? I have to agitate him more. It got to a point where his wife, who was sitting behind him, was holding onto his overalls because he was trying to come after me. So I like to just pour kerosene on fires.
Fantastic. I want to finish off with a little bit of word association. Okay. So I'm going to say some words. First thing that comes into your head when I say Triple H.
So many words because he's my boss and he is a legend what he does, but I'm looking forward to seeing him in Australia against Taker, so I think he's just still got it, man.
Bobby Lashley.
Overrated. That's why I had to beat on him a little bit.
NXT.
The future. It truly is the future.
Vince McMahon.
The man with power, and he's just amazing.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, Baron.
Thank you.
I've been Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic.com. Thanks for watching. Join us.